Hey, welcome back folks, I'm Ben Alexander. If you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe. So this is the BYD Dolphin, and I thought I would do a quality control check, as they're becoming known on my channel. So I've done a few. I've done a Volvo and the BYD Seal, and people really seem to like the idea of it. So the idea is that I go to the car and record in 4K and just let's all have a little look. So, you know, stick our little beaks into the car, have a look at the sealer and the paint, and just have a little nosy, you know, go really close to it like this. So the BYD cars, everyone seems to agree, I think, in the comments and what I say. They are made incredibly well, even though I'm just about to say, again, they do cheap out on the clear coat. They don't put clear coat on the backs of the bonnets. Again, I don't know why they do this. They've already gone to the effort of spraying it with stuff. They could have just spent about $10 extra on a bit of extra clear coat on the back of the bonnet, because base coat is not a sealer. It's just for colour. So that's actually not that uncommon. This is an interesting thing, because I've said before, I used to paint cars at Volkswagen, and sometimes you do see cars without it, so that's normal. It's pretty neat. The whole thing's pretty reasonable. The sealer that you're seeing there is the sort of neatness and quality that you get on, you know, Hondas and things like that. That's just all right. And again, the fit and finish of the car, everyone seems to agree with this, is really good. It's basically just like, you know, I don't know, Volkswagen, Audi, something like that. Really good. And the quality of the lights, all the I'd like to see inside them. Take apart a light, have a look, see how they've done it. But you can see really good quality stuff, and the way the LEDs come through the diffuser, and it makes it look like one long light. They're very good at this at BYD, and again, I can report on the BYD Dolphin, if you're considering going to have a look at one and you're not sure whether you want to drive for an hour, the actual paint is just so consistent all over, not just on the show car there. I've seen a few BYD Dolphins and in different places, but obviously I went to the local place in Brisbane here to film this bit, and the paint is very consistent, like I say. These tyres, they're obviously a brand that we probably don't know. They're not, you know, not Dunlop or Bridgestone, but I've never heard any complaints about the actual ride on them or grip, but I'd probably rather have some better brand tyres on my car. But yeah, you can see there, the quality of the paintwork, really good, consistently, all over the car. The backs of the doors, backs of the boot, everything. The only thing that they do a bit crappy with the paint is they don't paint the back of the bonnet, at which point it can't really be done without a lot of effort. And I guess you might say, what's the point, you know? Also, yeah, while I'm on it, and I'll mention the switch as being really good here. I did like that they put all the little creases and little slashes in the metalwork on the back of the bonnet to help it act more of a crumple zone. That's really good. And they did also do the little bits of grease on the bolts. Not really sure why they do that. Someone did say something about, you know, that being a protective measure, kind of a thing that cars have done, manufacturers have done for years, where you can spray wax oil at the back of panels. But I've never seen anyone do it on top of a bolt under the bonnet. That's my curiosity. So if you've got any ideas on that, let me know. Or even just a stab in the dark. Feel free to just guess why they do that. I have no idea at all. So really consistent, really nice. You can really see the inside is as good as the outside. They do a really nice job of this. All of these switches feel bang on. They really do just feel as you would hope it would feel. So if you kind of hope it doesn't feel crappy, you'll feel pleasantly surprised, because they feel really good. Of course, though, I'm a person that really wants things to be made well. Electronic component level, you know, design-wise, BYD are incredibly good, and they often use really good components for the jobs. So I hope that they use, for example, really good quality plastic on the indicator stalk and switches in the buttons that will last for 10 or 20 years. I really do. Time will tell, but we do know they do produce high quality cars. This is not really in debate anymore. So there are cars that are going, 10 years ago from BYD that are still good cars that you can get. This, I will point out as well, if the steering wheel, it is a nice steering wheel. The way that it fits in your hand, it is just really nice. Just like the seal, exactly like the BYD seal. It just feels, I wouldn't design it any other way. That's exactly how I want it. These buttons are a curious thing, I think, aren't they? Obviously the point of this is not to just give my opinion and say, oh, I don't like these buttons, but that is weird, isn't it? Can you see that? That is just a weird thing to think about. Like, you could have had all the other switches in the world, and that's the one they went with, a weird little rocky switch. And eventually you can imagine the paint, rubbing off, potentially, unless it was like anodized metal, which I'm pretty sure it's not. These switches, I do like the end one there where it says RND. I do like those, but the rest I'm not the biggest fan of, honestly. And it clearly is just paint, so I don't know how that will hold up. But no complaints from anybody that I've read yet. And they do feel nice. The actual buttons feel really lovely. These, you don't actually have to touch these, so whatever it is that they do, it's obviously like a sensor to see where you are if you're near it. I thought that was funny. 5,000 kilometre service sticker, and they probably just topped up the water fluids for the wind. Why, but yet. Sound system in the Dolphin, awesome, really, really good. And also the handles when you open and close the doors, stunning, really, really good. Well, I hope this was interesting for you. And yeah, remember to like the video. Any comments, put them below, I'll let you know. And thanks for watching. Consider joining on YouTube memberships and Patreon too. So thanks for watching, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the day.